I am Kumuhula, and Kumuhula is a teacher of dance. Kumuhula is a person that has received her knowledge and her experiences from the generation before. And so for me, it was from my mother and from my grandmother, which is my mother's mother. So within our family, hula or dance has been handed down from many generations. Right now in the hula, we have three generations. That's my grandsons, my grandchildren, my daughters, and myself. And then prior to that, there was my mother and my grandmother's uncles, and their uh, grandparents before them. So we go back, from me, we go back 7 generations that we know of. And then there's 2 generations after me. Fire is to us a very spiritual entity because it gives life, it grows, it destroys, it embraces, and so it's a very spiritual part of who we are on this island. That fire is life, and it can also destroy, but that's the dualistic nature of who we are. The dance has to do with life cycles of people, life cycles of forests, life cycles of islands. And so it gives us a lot of history about who we are, where we are now, what happened before us, and what will probably happen after we're gone. We especially do the dances of the crater, the fire dances, volcanic dances. So a lot of the dances that we do in those particular songs talks about old eruptions. And so whenever we go through certain kind of chants, we reminded of those eruptions and what happened at that particular time and how catastrophic it was or how mild it was and all of those things. And so it talks about actually the growth of our island, birth, growth, and eventually the erosion of our island. Doing our chants tell us who we are. They're clues in telling us who we are, where we come from, and why we belong to this land. And giving us a sense of priority for our life today. And so we don't only come from today, although we live in today, but we also come from yesterday. And so that's why we do the dances we do, and as intensely as we do it, because it has a lot more for us than just doing movements. When we dance, we never really dance for an audience. We never really dance for the cameras. We just dance. It's something that's inside of us that needs to come out. It's like writing poetry. And so you don't write poetry for those that's going to be listening to you. You write poetry because it's something that's part of you. Dancing is part of us. And it's that ancestral part of us that needs to come out every once in a while. And so, we let it exit and become part of us. And so we're caught in this little time warp when we dance. And we go through our dances and we see the imagery and we feel the energy of the earth, etc. And then the dance ends and everything ends. It's gone. But for that short time, it's a venue that allows us to leave and to go and visit these places and these activities all over again. Like my mother before me, there is always an urge to pass it on, and like her mother before her. So we have to have someone to pass it on to, otherwise it dies. And in our lifetime, while we have the responsibility, it cannot die with us.